practice for today. Together we will be moving through the sequence 1 of Anatara's Tantra Kundalini Yoga sequence. And for those of you who are familiar with it, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, I'll just let you know that we move through a very small amount of asanas in this sequence. And really the practice is very much meditative. And it's structured in such a way to help sublimate the energies and help move the energies from the Muladhara chakra, the base of the spine, up towards Anya and even Sahasrara, the crown chakra. So all of that being said, please feel free to grab any props that you feel you may need. We will be holding these postures for, as I said, longer periods of time. And as always, I'm simply a guide, so if at any time something's not feeling right for you and your body, then feel free to modify or to take a variation. Good. So wherever you are, I'd like to invite you to just come into a comfortable seated posture. It could also be standing, and it could be in a chair, on a pillow, on the ground, anywhere really. And with either the eyes closed or a soft gaze, take some big inhalations and exhalations. Breathing equally, an equal length inhalation and an equal length exhalation. Feel that as you inhale, you're in this state of receptivity, and as you exhale, you're in this state of offering. Inhaling receptivity, exhaling emissiveness or an offering. Again, making the inhalation and exhalation equal. This helps to bring balance in the Ida and the Pingala, or the lunar and solar energies that run in our body. Like this, we're just simply inviting the body and the mind and the emotional body, the energetic body, and all of the layers of our being to come into the present. We're giving ourselves permission to release a moment before, the past, really, and to also not look towards the future or what is to come, to drop the expectations, and to just land here, as if this is all that there was or all that there will ever be. This breath, this moment, and the vibrancy of your own presence. Allowing the shoulders to soften, the belly to soften, the muscles around the face to soften. Often we can be stuck in this habitual doing, chasing plan after plan, checking our schedule, checking our list of things to do. And for right now, we're going to come into this not doing. Also establishing ourselves as the pure witnessing. Noticing the body, noticing the mind, noticing the emotions. Really, it's largely from this space of the witness that we can start to see ourselves also as the witnessed. So we're not just the seer, we're also that which is seen. We're not just the experiencer, we are that which is experienced. And together we're going to chant a mantra 3 times. Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha. Again, the mantra is Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha. Inhaling to exhale. Inhaling for 3 chants of the mantra. Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha. Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha. Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha. Feeling the vibrancy of this mantra, receiving it on an inhale, and feeling it emitting out of your being on an exhale. Shakti, the divine energy, which is the source and manifest of all things perceived. She is in every breath, every cell, every aspect of our perceived being. In the trees, in the earth, in the water, our friends, our family, and even our foes. She is the entire manifest universe, including our thoughts and emotions, memories, expectations of the future. Shakti is often sometimes referred to as Maya. It could also be translated or understood as an illusion. Many traditions perceive Maya, or this illusion, as something that needs to be overcome. That the illusion means that it is fundamentally not real. But Shakti is very much real. We're only misperceiving her. We're believing the stories of the mind, rather than seeing her authentically and raw as she naturally is in this moment, without our projections, without our personal stories. So together I'd like to set this very simple sankalpa that we may perceive the manifest world, Shakti, Maya, whatever name you'd like to put on it, in truth. That we may be freed from our personal self, our personal story, our mental attributions to the world. And that we may be purely present with Shakti and all of her vibrancy, so that we may truly experience the bliss of our being. Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha. Taking this opportunity to set any personal sankalpa that you feel you may like to set. A sankalpa as an intention. And it can be for this practice, it can be for your spiritual journey, it can just be for your life and your relationship with Maya or Shakti. Maybe a particular illusion that you know you've been investing your energy into. May it be shattered May you see clearly. And we're just going to start with some gentle warming exercises. Staying connected with that breath, equally lengthed inhalations and exhalations. You may engage Ujjayi if you'd like. Slight restriction of the muscles at the back of the throat helps to make the breath more audible. Although it's not necessary, it can be beneficial for our practice. On your next exhale, drop the chin to the chest. And on an inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhaling, left ear, left shoulder. Exhaling, chin to chest. Moving at your own pace, synchronizing the inhalation with the rise and the exhalation with the fall of the head. And if you'd like, if it feels comfortable for your body today, you can inhale and bring the head all the way back, and exhale, bring the head all the way forward. Bringing the movements into a full rotation of the head now, only if that feels right. Allowing this movement to be like a meditation. And changing directions if you haven't yet done so, taking those full rotations in the opposite direction now. Two more big breaths, full rotations or semicircles. Inhaling, bring the head back up to center. And taking a moment just to perceive what's appearing within your experience in this moment. Sensations in the area of the neck. We don't necessarily have to label these sensations as good or bad, welcomed or unwelcomed. Just noticing them. We're going to draw circles with the heart now. Inhaling, and you can push the chest forward, drawing over to the right side, and then exhaling, pull the chest back. Inhaling, we come forward, leading with the heart. Exhaling, curving the spine, leaning back. Synchronizing the movements with the breath. And I'd like to invite you to keep your eyes closed as much as feels comfortable for you, or have a soft drishti, really like a open gaze, looking at nothing in particular, helping to turn our attention inside as much as we can, and going in the opposite directions. Slowly coming back to center. And in these pauses between movement, we just witness. Not something separate from us, not something outside of us. but the experience of the body and mind and emotions and even the energy, all of it appearing within us, as us. Inhaling, the shoulders will come up around the ears. Exhaling, rolling them down the spine. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Drawing big circles with the shoulders. And going the opposite direction. Staying synchronized with the breath. And coming back to a neutral position. Inhaling, the left hand will come up overhead. Right hand can come to the ground or to a block or bolster or pillow. Inhaling, we lengthen through the left arm, turning the pinkies in towards the center line, the line that runs right through the body. And then exhaling, we lean over to the right side, rooting down through the left sits bone, reaching out through the left fingertips. Find your breath. And on your next big inhale, we rise up, exhale, drop the left hand down. Take a moment just to simply perceive. Inhaling, the right hand comes up. Exhaling, we'll lean over to the left side. Finding your breath. Nice big inhalations and exhalations. Inhaling, we rise. Exhaling, we drop the hand. Left hand comes on top of the right knee. Right hand comes to the base of the spine. Inhaling, lift up out of the sits bones, gazing forward. And then exhaling, we'll turn to bring our attention over the right shoulder. Big belly breaths. Relaxing the muscles in the legs. This twist is coming completely from the core. We're not pushing with the hands or straining in the lower body. Inhaling, we unwind. Right hand on top of left knee, left hand to the base of the spine. Inhale, lift up out of the crown, looking forward. Exhaling, gazing over the left shoulder. Relaxing the muscles in the legs and the face. Staying steady and easy in this posture. One more big breath. And then on your next inhale, we'll unwind, coming back to center. We're going to lengthen those legs out in front of us. For some, we may appreciate having a little block or bolster or a rolled up blanket underneath of the knees. Having a slight bend in the knees is going to release any tension that we have in the back as we fold forward. As much as we can, it can be good to engage those toes. And rooting down through the sits bones, maybe you'd like to peel back the squishy bits, lengthen through the spine. And then on an exhale, we're going to just walk those hands forward as far as feels comfortable for you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, see if you can sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming down. And like this, we use our breath to just inch along the body. There's no goal here. There's not a particular posture that we're trying to achieve. We're finding length in the back of the legs and the back of the body, and a softening throughout the front of the body. From here we can release the feet, release the hands, release the head, and come into kind of a ragdoll variation of this posture. So now we're relaxing any effort, and we're just hanging forward. Take note of your feet, your hands, your face, your shoulders. Is there anywhere where you're still striving or trying or putting effort into this posture? And see if with an exhalation you can encourage the body to just relax a bit more, release a bit more. Again, there's no particular way that we need to be in this posture. So if you want to bend those knees deeply, if you want to almost be in a sitting upright position, all of this is okay. Wherever we are, though, we're going to drop the head, drop the hands, drop the feet, really even drop the face, and just relax into this posture. Here we are connecting with Muladhara chakra, the root chakra, located in the base of the spine. Stay steady and easy in your breath. This is a meditation. Connecting with the element of earth, which is the element that we find in Muladhara chakra. Together we're going to chant the Bija mantra, Lam, which is the mantra associated with the element of earth. You can chant this mantra externally or internally. Either way, it will bring benefits to your body, your being, and this chakra, your energy system, and where it is associated with the element of earth. So again, together we're going to chant the Bija mantra, Lam, L-A-M, and we're going to chant it 7 times. Inhaling to exhale. Inhaling for 7 Lams. Taking a few more breaths, just focusing to perceive the area of the root chakra, the base of the spine.
potentially feeling a sense of groundedness, an increase in our patience, stability, and vitality in the being. And slowly, very slowly, we're going to walk out of this posture, but be gentle with yourself as we've held it for a while, so the muscles have kind of become accustomed to this position. We'll just walk the hands back along the legs until we're in an upright position. And you can stay like this in staff pose, or if you'd like, you can also cross the legs. Finding some position where you can just rest for a moment and perceive the effects of Muladhara. How does this energy resonate inside your being? What are the effects physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically? What is your experience with Muladhara? Knowing that there's no right or wrong. Remembering our sankalpa, that we may have right seeing, without stories, without good or bad, without right or wrong really, but coming to know our experience in this moment truthfully, without the layers of the stories of the mind. What is really here? Taking our time, being gentle with ourselves, we're going to rock up onto all fours, coming into a tabletop. Fingers are spread wide, directly beneath the shoulders. Knees are are spread as wide as the hips. Pushing up through the shoulder blades, having a flat back. Take a few breaths here. Having a soft gaze at the earth if you'd like, feeling this connection of the earth through the hands. And then on your next inhale, the tailbone will turn up to the sky, and this wave will move through the spine as eventually the head turns up. And on an exhale, it starts with the tailbone. Tailbone moves down, the wave moves through the spine, and then eventually the head comes down to the earth, and the chin tucks in. Moving at your own pace, inhaling, starting with the tailbone. It turns up to the sky, wave moves through the spine, and then the crown of the head shines up. Exhaling, tailbone first, wave moves through, chin tucks, head drops. Allowing your breath to be your guide with this posture. Moving now into Svadhisthana chakra, the sacral chakra, located in the area of the pelvis. Connecting with the element of water. Feeling as though this wave moving through your spine is a wave of water. And feel free to get creative with this wave now. It doesn't necessarily have to move up and down. You can draw circles with the tailbone, with the head. You can bring a bend into the elbows and explore the wave down low, and you can explore the wave up high. Drawing circles again with the head, the ribs, the spine. Big inhalations and exhalations. 2 more big breaths. And then from here, we're going to come back onto our bum in kind of a kneeling posture. You may want to place a pillow or a block underneath of the bum. The point is here that the legs are spread wide and the feet are kind of out to the sides. So again, placing a rolled up pillow or something works. You can still also do this posture kneeling. Just do whatever you can to bring some space between the legs. And then we're going to make Yoni Mudra with the hands. The 2 thumbs are touching, the 2 index fingers are touching, and we're going to bring it down to the area of the pelvis. Breathing into this area, Svadhisthana chakra. Together we're going to chant the Bija mantra for the element of water. Vam, V-A-M, Vam. Inhaling to exhale. Inhaling for 7 Vams. Breathing into the area of the pelvis, Svadhisthana chakra, element of water. This is our source of creativity. This is the place of our emotions, sexuality. Perceiving how Svadhisthana chakra appears for you in this moment. Clear seeing, truthful seeing. Slowly we can bring the knees together and the hands down to the ground. Curling the toes under, we'll push back into a downward dog. And this may be your first downward dog of the day, so feel free to take some time to pedal those legs, bending one knee and then the other. Spreading the fingers wide, rooting down through the 4 points of the hand. Slightly clawing at the earth to help distribute the weight out into the fingertips. Gaze is between the feet, not down at the hands. Eventually coming into a place of stillness, rooting down through the heels. Find your breath. Steady and easy inhalations and exhalations. Connecting now with Manipura chakra, the navel chakra, element of fire. Breathing deeply into the navel. If it's in your practice, you can engage Uddiyana Bandha as you exhale in this posture. So exhaling completely, and then just briefly taking the belly button and sucking it in and up towards the ribs, and then inhaling gently. If this isn't in your practice, this isn't a big deal. Just feeling the fire increasing in the body. And on your next inhale, we'll lift the right leg up and then step it up between the hands. Coming into a high lunge. Take a moment to root down through both feet. You can stay here if you'd like, or alternatively, those hands can come up overhead, rest on the hips, or anywhere that feels comfortable for you. We have a soft gaze here, looking at nothing in particular, breathing into the navel. If it helps you to connect more deeply with this area, you can place the hands over the belly button. Manipura chakra. And on your next exhale, the hands come down, frame the front right foot, and we go back to our downward dog. Few breaths here. And on your next inhale, left leg comes up, and on an exhale, we'll step it up between the hands. Grounding down through both feet. Take a moment here to steady yourself. And on an inhalation, you can come up into your high lunge, taking any variation with your hands that you did in the previous posture. Hands are up ahead, on the belly button, on the leg, on the ground, or on the hips, or really whatever works for you. Breathing deeply into the belly, feeling this element of fire. Two more big breaths. And on your next exhale, hands can come down, frame the left foot, downward dog. And then coming into a tabletop, we can stack the wrists, elbows, and shoulders, push out through the heels. Knees can be on the ground, or they can be up off the ground, doing whatever you feel you need today. Either way, we're connecting with the area of the navel, breathing deeply here. Feeling this element of fire. Shifting the weight over to the left side, you can come into a side plank. That left leg can also be down on the ground. If you're feeling this is a bit much on the wrists, you can also make a fist. Again, taking any variation that you feel works for you and your body. Two more big breaths. Right hand comes down and we're back in our plank. and then shifting over to the right side. Reaching the left hand up to the sky, bringing the knee down if that feels comfortable for you. Connecting with this element of fire, Manipura chakra. Being careful not to lock that elbow on the arm that we're balancing on. 2 more big breaths. Exhaling, we can release, bring the hand down to the ground, back in our plank. 2 more breaths here. And slowly drop the knees, and we'll come back into a kneeling position. This time, we'll keep the knees close together. Find your breath. Breathing deeply into the area of the navel. Hands can be facing towards each other with the thumbs kind of in the crease of where the pelvis and the thighs meet. Together we'll chant the Bija mantra for Manipura chakra, Ram, R-A-M. Inhaling to exhale. Inhaling for Ram 7 times. Resting in the experience of Manipura chakra, an activation of the element of fire. For many of us, there are a lot of stories, identification, memories, and experiences surrounding this element of fire. See if you can perceive this chakra as it is experienced in this body and being in this moment, without the labels of good or bad, right or wrong. What is here now? Manipura is understood to be our source of independence, leadership, drive, passion. These may or may not be appearing for you in this moment through emotions, memories, etc. Taking a few more moments here with Manipura chakra, the navel chakra. We're going to move into a kriya for Anahata chakra. It is traditionally done on the knees, so if this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can do this cross-legged or sitting in a chair. If you're going to grab yourself a chair or move the body, I only ask that you do so mindfully, with presence. There's no need to rush. You have the power of pause and play. Take your time. Allow any movement to be a meditation. Bringing your hands to Anahata chakra in prayer mudra and Jili mudra. If you'd like, you can press your thumbs into your heart space and just take a moment to acknowledge the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe deeply into this area. And on your next inhale, we'll push this prayer up towards the sky. If you'd like, you can take a slight back bend, pressing the heart up to the sky. And on an exhale, you'll come back down, bringing the hands into prayer mudra in the area of the heart. Inhaling, we rise up onto the knees. You can open the arms, exposing the chest to the heavens. And on an exhale, bring it back down. Continuing at your own pace, inhaling you rise, exhaling you come back to the heart. If you're doing this with any kind of modification, sitting in a chair, cross-legged, this can still be practiced, just staying where you are with the hips. There's no need to rise up, especially even if you're kneeling, but it's a lot on the knees. We just simply inhale, push the prayer up, open the arms and heart. Exhale, pull it all back into the chest. Wherever you are, synchronizing the inhalation with the rise and expansion, and the exhalation with the fall and the introversion. 2 more big breaths. Resting back in center with the hands at heart center. Bringing the hands down to the ground, we're going to come into either cobra, sphinx pose, or mini cobra. Taking whatever variation feels right for you. If you're in mini cobra, then there's no weight involved in the arms. You're just simply using the muscles of the back to lift the heart and chest up off the earth. If you're in sphinx pose, the fingers are spread wide, elbows are tucked in at the side, and we're stacking the shoulder and the elbow. In order to come into a more traditional posture for cobra pose, to make sure that we're opening the heart and not Manipura chakra, I'd like to invite you to first come into cobra. Spread the fingers wide, make sure that the elbows and the shoulders are stacked. And on an inhalation, keeping the hands where they are, you'll lengthen up, lifting the body up off the ground. So we're holding the arms out in front of us, rather than the more modern cobra where the hands are below the shoulders. Taking whatever variation you feel you need today, closing the eyes or having a soft gaze, connecting with the breath in the area of the heart. Anahata chakra is associated with the element of air. Feeling that each inhalation and exhalation is encouraging and cultivating anahata. Allowing each posture to be a meditation. Simply perceiving without rejecting whatever appears for you in this moment. No right or wrong, no good nor bad. Just pure experience arising within the field of awareness. Being careful not to sink into the shoulders if we're in cobra or sphinx, lifting the crown of the head away from the shoulders. If it's helpful for you, you can press the thighs and feet into the ground. You can even squeeze the glutes to get a little extra lift. If this causes pain in any way, it's not necessary. 3 more big belly breaths, really heart breaths, breathing into the heart. And on your next inhalation, you can slowly lower down, coming into a belly shavasana. You can make a pillow with your hands if you'd like, resting the forehead on top of the hands. Breathing into the area of the heart, connecting with the element of air. Anahata chakra. Two more big breaths here. And when you're ready, you can slowly push back into that kneeling posture again, or any posture that you really feel is meditative. Being slow and aware. Again, the knees are close together here. And we can simply breathe into the heart. You can place the hands over the heart, connecting with this area. Being careful not to believe in any thoughts that say that the heart should be one way or another way, that is labeling the heart or the experience of the heart. It's very common that we may believe the story of the mind that says that the heart is closed, that the heart should be open, or alternatively, that our heart is open, that we live from the heart. Just allow the heart to appear in this moment as it is, without stories of who we are or where we are. Anahata chakra is associated with the qualities of humility, humbleness, selflessness, compassion, and unconditional love.
Together we will chant the Bija mantra for the element of air, which is associated with Anahata chakra. Together we will chant Yam, Y-A-M, 7 times. Inhaling to exhale. Inhaling for 7 yams. Breathing into the area of the heart. Perceiving the heart as it is in this moment. There are 2 asanas that we can do for Vishuddha chakra, the throat chakra. The first asana that we can do is a twist. So bending the right knee in, we can lift the left leg over top of the right. And then taking any modification you may need here as well, we can also lengthen the right leg out in front of us, or keep it bent, whatever feels comfortable. The key for awakening Vishuddha chakra here is that when we bring our gaze over the shoulder, we slightly lift the chin, feeling cosmic energies coming into the area of the throat, the Vishuddha chakra. You can hold this posture, or alternatively, you can also come into Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. To come into shoulder stand, we can lie down on our back and lift our legs up into the air. From here, you can come back into a plow pose, bringing the feet behind the head. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and bringing the elbows close. The hands come down towards the shoulders, supporting the back. And when we're ready, we can lift the feet up into the air. Wherever we are, either in the twist or Sarvangasana, we're breathing into the area of the throat, Vishuddha chakra, connecting now with the element of space.
And if you're in the twist, on your next inhalation, you can unwind slowly. If you're in Sarvangasana, you're going to stay there for approximately 7 more breaths. In the twist, we can just gently, with awareness, bring the body into the same asana on the opposite side, taking any modifications that you did on the opposite side so that there's balance. And when you're ready, bringing the gaze over the shoulder and remembering to just slightly lift that chin as if exposing the neck towards the sky. Connecting with the breath, connecting with the area of the throat and the element of space. Two more big breaths. Inhaling, unwinding out of the twist and out of Sarvangasana. Finding a comfortable seated posture if you were in the twist, or just lying on your back if you were in Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. Taking a moment to perceive the area of the throat. What kinds of thoughts, emotions, and sensations exist here on Vishuddha chakra, the throat chakra? And together we will chant the mantra for the throat chakra, Vishuddha chakra, Hum. H-A-M. Hum. Inhaling to exhale. And inhaling for 7 hums. Connecting with Vishuddha chakra. The qualities associated with Vishuddha chakra are this transcendental way of being, this purity as well, a purity of all aspects of ourselves. an increased attraction towards silence and spirituality. Moving into an asana for Ajna Chakra, the third eye. From here, there are a few different postures that we can do. The first posture that we can do is simply to stay seated wherever we are and direct the attention up to the third eye. For some, this may not be strong enough to awaken Ajna Chakra. And so then the other thing that we can do is to come into full lotus, if this is possible for you. Lifting the right and left leg, foot up on top of the thighs, although there should be no stretching or straining in the feet when in this posture. The third posture that we can do is halasana, or plow pose. And in order to come into this posture, we can lie on our back and bring our feet up overhead. And then when you're ready, you can place the hands on the hips and gently encourage the hips to come overhead and the feet behind the head. If the feet do not touch the ground, you can also rest the feet on a pillow or a blanket or a chair, whatever it is you feel you need. Finally, one last variation that we could take here is rolling up some blankets and pillows, lying down as if we're going to come into halasana or plow pose, but then placing the blankets and pillows underneath of the hips so that we have the hips above the heart and head. Lifting the hips above the heart and head naturally moves the energy upwards into the higher chakras. So striking any of these postures, and doing whatever feels right for you today. And wherever you are and whatever asana you're in, inwardly turning the eyes up to Ajna Chakra, the third eye. Feeling the energy flowing towards this area, either through the breath or a focus of attention. You can also bring the index fingers and thumbs together, Dhyana Mudra, and just resting here. Ajna Chakra is considered to be the mental control center for all of the other chakras. In the Ajna Chakra, we get a clarity of seeing, a sense of discernment, clairvoyance. Ajna Chakra is not associated with any of the elements, although in Tibetan culture it is associated with the element of the mind. Breathing into this area, we'll hold whatever posture you're in for the next 7 breaths. And if you're in halasana, plow pose, or any variation of this posture, slowly, very slowly, make your way up into a seated posture. If you're in full lotus or already seated, just stay connecting with the breath and the area of the third eye. And together we're going to chant the Bija mantra associated with Ajna Chakra. Om. A-U-M. Together we'll chant this mantra 7 times. Inhaling to exhale. Inhaling for 7 Oms. And slowly, very slowly, taking our time and being mindful with ourselves. You can slowly lower the body down into a Shavasana or corpse pose. The heels can come out to the edges of the mat. Feet flop out to the sides. Hips and glutes can tuck down to create an elongation in the spine. Palms of the hands turned up to the sky. We leave a little space between the torso and the arms so that the underarms can breathe. Shoulder blades pulled back and down the spine. We slightly tuck the chin to elongate through the area of the neck. Shavasana, corpse pose. A seemingly simple posture, and yet to the yogis and sages, it is considered to be one of the most challenging postures. This is because they understand that asana, yoga, is not about the physical body. We use the body as a tool to come into a clear seeing. And for many of us, as we lie here in corpse pose, our mind easily goes off into plans for tomorrow, thoughts of the past, or it simply falls asleep. So the practice here is to remain attentive and aware to whatever happens in this moment, in this asana. Noticing the breath, sensations in the body, emotions and thoughts. Recognizing that all of this is perceived. From your big toe to your most intimate thought. Both of these are Shakti, energy, in manifest form. Appearing within you as the witness. Appearing within you as pure awareness. But as not something that is separate from you. For if awareness, if our formless nature is infinite, then it too must be the source of all form. Shakti, Maya, the manifest, energy. All of this comes out of, is one with, and made up of the pure witness, Shiva, consciousness. Rest here. And slowly, very slowly, the body rolls to one side. Maybe takes a big stretch. And brings movement in the fingers and toes. And when you're ready, gently we come up into a seated posture. Taking your time. Being slow and mindful. Witnessing every sensation and perception as the body brings itself up. Finally resting into a seated posture. And together we'll close by chanting the same mantra that we started with. Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha. We'll chant this mantra 3 times, and then we'll chant Om 3 times. Inhaling to exhale. Inhaling for 3 Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha and 3 Oms. Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha. Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha. Om Shaktiye Namo Namaha. Thank you for sharing in this practice with me. May you come to know yourself in all things everywhere. May the whole world be a reflection of your being. Shakti Ma Ki Jai.